First and foremost, I mean, super exciting for me, for Juan as well. Funny enough, about a year ago, we were sitting at a little bar in Paris, and we kind of just started kicking around the idea of starting a coffee company together. Juan's family's been in the industry, coffee industry, for 97 years actually, and it's actually been a big aspiration of mine as my career's moved along. But always beyond my career, I wanted to own a little coffee shop just for me. I thought I've always been big into coffee, so we kind of kicked it around, and then we came back to the States, and we're like, well, let's do it for real. Like, let's get it going, and so that's kind of parlayed into the Astros cart now here at the Rockets, being a corporate sponsor, and then we have a couple of things in the works that have been mentioned over the last few weeks and days, and it's an exciting time for us, and we're excited for Houston.
What makes Lance a good coffee partner, and how is his coffee knowledge?
Lance's coffee knowledge is actually way more vast than mine, funny enough. And as a partner, I mean, it's impeccable. Obviously, he has a full-time job as a pitcher for the Astros. He's there day in, day out, trying to get back on the mound as quickly as possible, and at the same time being as supportive as he can. He's not just a face in the business. He's actually involved in the operations of the business, checks in every night, checks in to see how we're doing, and has been very involved in the business, which has been awesome, been super helpful.
When did you get so into coffee?
I've always been into coffee. I mean, it was like a little tradition of mine on the road. Even from the minor leagues, I would go to a new coffee shop in each city I was in, whether I was in the minor leagues in the middle of the Cali League, which was a lot of bad coffee, or if I was in the big leagues, San Francisco, etc. So I've always had a love for it, and like Juan was saying, I mean, this is a passion for me. It's a passion for him as well. But we've become dedicated to this project. Like Juan is saying, obviously baseball is still the Astros is still my number one, and I was at the field today, and then we went to the office, and then we came straight here. So we're very excited and blessed to be in this position, and we're just happy to be together doing this journey.
Lance, how important is it following up on what he said to not only have your name associated, but actually to a certain extent be involved on the business side?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, I think a lot of times in this world and athletics and things of that nature, people put their names to stuff, but it doesn't mean a lot to them, and they just let them use their name for likeness. I mean, for me, it's really about passion, and I've discovered a lot of my passions as well throughout this journey with Juan. So we have a couple projects coming here in Houston, and super excited about those. Super excited for Houston to be able to go watch games there. Super for them to be able to experience that passion and that love that Juan and I have been trying to bring.
You got a favorite drink? Anything unique you want to tell people about?
My favorite coffee drink is the ice cortado. But my favorite drink here behind the bar is I have to say it's all of them. But personally, it's the Carajillo. That's my favorite. I think the way that we make it is absolutely outstanding. And I know everyone's big espresso martini fans. I am too. But the Carajillo for me is my favorite coffee-based drink and the favorite that we have here.
What was the inspiration behind the name Maven?
Actually, Juan came up with the name Maven. Our first little idea was a little coffee and speakeasy. That didn't end up by happening. We've moved on from that, but have some other versions of that coming to the city. But it was going to be called Maven and the Muse, and Juan came up with the names. He's pretty creative. He doesn't give himself much credit, but he came up with it. It means connoisseur or expert. And we feel like we're bringing a lot of that passion, and with Juan's side of the family, obviously they're connoisseurs and they're expert in this industry. So we feel like the name fit.
You mentioned you were at the field earlier today. How's everything going?
It's going well. I'll be going out to see my doctor here the next couple weeks, and hopefully start a throwing program. So 2024 is looking like hopefully a big year in all aspects.
Following the managerial search, I know it's in the early stages as they try to make a decision coming up. What are your thoughts on just kind of the personality that fit best inside this clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of people out there that want to be the manager of our team. We're still in a very great spot. I mean, we went to the ALCS again. Obviously, we fell a little bit short, but things happen, and we've been a big team for a long time, and a lot of guys coming back. I'm sure the front office is looking to add. So I think we're a destination that I think a lot of managers would want to get going. I know we have some internal candidates. I know Joe Espada's name's been out there a lot. I can't say enough amazing things about him. So, we'll see. I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, what Mr. Crane and the front office, feels is best for us. They have done an amazing job, obviously, over the last 10, 12 years of him owning the team. So we'll lean on him, and I'm sure he'll make the right decision.